Hello everyone. For this assignment we will be illustrating the functionalities and features of Google Earth. Google is one of the leading internet companies whose suite of product ranges from search engines to user-targeted advertising. One powerful tool available from Google is Google Earth. Google Earth can be downloaded as a free desktop software application separate from your web browser. This program can be downloaded easily from the Google Earth website, which is found through a simple search. Google Earth is a virtual portal from which the world can be experienced in 3D by the superposition of satellite images, aerial photography, virtual structures, and graphical symbols integrated into a geographic information system. The Google Earth software package was originally called Earth Viewer before Google's acquisition of Keyhole Incorporated. Keyhole name is a reference to the KH reconnaissance satellites, which were manufactured by Lockheed Martin, that provided surveillance to several of the U.S. intelligence agencies and are what we typically think of as Cold War era spy images. Now that Google Earth is up and running, the first thing we'll do is search for a place, address, or location. In the Fly To dialog box, we will type in University of Texas at Arlington and select the magnifying glass to execute the search. As you can see, the immediate reaction to the search is that Google Earth provides a bird's eye fly to view as opposed to cutting directly to the search target. This is one of the first functionalities a Google Earth user might look for. It is a function that can also be accomplished using a mapping program or an online mapping site like MapQuest or Yahoo Maps. The search result doesn't seem too clear since the result only shows satellite imagery. As you can see, we are now better oriented with the help of the road system superimposed over satellite images. Continuing with the typical mapping functions, let's now get directions to the Rangers Stadium so we can catch a game after a long day of school. One of the tabs in the search dialog box is directions, and we type in the appropriate information and again execute the command by selecting the magnifying glass. Google Earth brings you the resulting route with start, intermediate, and ending points, all highlighted with indicators. Now we will fly through our route to the ballpark. First, we'll set our view from the starting point by selecting the green start icon. Google Earth has now tilted our perspective of the world and zoomed down to street level. We then start our path or tour through our route by pressing play on the search results in the left panel. Although we may not exactly start at UTA's center, we'll continue for the purpose of this exercise. Google Earth can also give us directions from specific addresses. As Google Earth flies through the route, we are zoomed in and out between street level views and road markers, and at each step in the path, directions are given to us like, turn left at South Collins Street. The animation can be paused and resumed at any time during our travel through the path using the pause and stop buttons on the left panel. Flying through this path gives the user not only street directions but also quantifies mile lengths for those who have a hard time visualizing how long, say, 3.4 miles is. And there are also physical markers to go by, such as we will drive by a park or we go over a bridge, that users might find useful. And again, the road layer can be toggled on and off to clear up the image. If you can't remember all these directions, there is a feature to have the directions mapped in a more traditional format for printing by selecting the printable view on the left panel. This opens up the results in a separate window for printing. So far we have seen Google Earth orient the user through various searches we have gone through. The zooming and the tilting of the virtual world can also be controlled by the user through the control functions on the top right. Now that we have watched the Rangers win an exciting game against the Angels, we're hungry and want to find a restaurant for dinner. We go back to the Layers menu and select Dining. This function reveals several eating establishments in the area. We select one of these choices to see more information. In a similar way, we can get driving directions to one of these establishments. So you can see that the layers available within Google Earth provide the user with a vast amount of information. Some other layers available include lodging and shopping and services. We'll turn each layer on and off to avoid the clutter. So far we have covered features and functions that without satellite images could have been accomplished using mapping software or online tools. The functionality thus far is still quite impressive considering all the information bundled into one application, from business listings to street maps as well as decision systems used to calculate driving directions. Let's now fly over to Fort Worth to take a look at some features that Google Earth also provides that are not available using your traditional mapping tools. Now that we are zoomed further out, we can see more layers available such as park and recreation areas and community services. One more layer is the U.S. government layer. As we zoom out, you can see the boundaries in yellow are zip codes, and as we go further out, you can actually see congressional district lines along with those district representatives. Let's go back down to Fort Worth so we can explore one more layer unique to Google Earth. As we approach downtown Fort Worth, we'll turn on the 3D buildings layer so that you can see a few of the landmark buildings have been represented virtually by 3D models. This feature, along with Google Earth's Fly To navigation, has made it more than just a search tool. With this interactive interface, Google Earth serves as a virtual portal to the world for all its users to tour and share their experiences with others in the Google Earth community. Not surprisingly, there is yet another layer. The Google Earth community showcases what other Google Earth users have to say.